Hi, I'm Dave LaRue for Jamplay.com, and welcome to my series, Modes Made Easy. If you're the kind of bass player who wants to increase their knowledge of theory, get comfortable playing anywhere on the fingerboard, and learn to create more interesting bass lines and melodies, this is the course for you. In this course, we'll look at some practicing concepts. We'll work on getting your theory together and making sure you're really tight on the fingerboard. You know where you're at all times. We're going to learn to play the modes. One at a time, we'll cover every fingering, and after that, we'll start to put them into all the different keys so you can play them anywhere on the neck. We'll look at some arpeggios so that you have a solid foundation with chords and chord structures. Then we'll get into some melodic uses, melodic devices that we can use with the mode, and we'll work on creating some interesting lines and melodies via those melodic devices. Then we'll take a look at how I get my students to start improvising. We'll work through a tune and look at different techniques we can use to get comfortable with that tune, know the tonality of the tune, and inject some of these melodic devices we've worked with into that tune. Give you a good jumping off point for creating a solo or a bass line. And finally, we're going to take a look at some of the solos I've recorded. So you'll see how I actually utilize this material in a real life situation. To get the most out of this course, you're going to need to have been playing for a little while. If you're just starting out, you really need to check out some of the great beginners courses they have here at Jamplay.com. And when you get a solid foundation with your hands and with the instrument, and you get a little theory under your belt, well, then you can come back and check out this material. You also need to be a little bit familiar with using the metronome, and again, with some basic theory. It's good to know some scales and some chord theory so that you'll understand the concepts we're dealing with. I've been playing bass for a lot of years now, and I've had the great pleasure and honor of playing with some of the best musicians in the world, especially some of the best guitar players in the world. My background is Berklee College of Music. I went there for 4 years, got a degree. After college, I went home to the New York area, and it was a great environment for a young player. There were a lot of venues to play, a lot of great musicians in the area, and I was able to work in a lot of different genres. I've always loved playing different styles of music, so the area I was in really provided me with the opportunity to do that. After that, I got the gig with the Steve Morse band, and well, actually the Dregs first. I started playing with the Dregs first, and then Steve asked me to play in a trio afterwards, and I've been doing that ever since for the past some 20 some odd years. Along the way, I've had the opportunity to play with Joe Satriani, John Petrucci. So as I said, some great guitar players. Another aspect of my career is I got into teaching. I've actually always been doing that because I had to pay the bills, but I've always enjoyed doing that and still give lessons to this day, and that kind of led to this Jamplay series. I was able to come and bring some of the material I use with my students and give it to you. Thanks for checking out my series. I'm looking forward to getting rolling. I think when you're done with this material, you'll be a lot stronger and a lot more comfortable in any musical situation that you're going to encounter. Let's get started.